Hi everyone, meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you today on the 16th of March 2014. Today we are still watching Invest 94W. Yes, here in mid-March, it seems like the tropics continue to be on our minds, but it does look like there is the strong possibility of this Invest I'm talking about becoming a tropical depression or a tropical storm later on this week. And, well, at least at this time, let's first look at the satellite imagery. This is courtesy of NOAA, and definitely, as they say here on this loop, don't use any of my analysis for official statements, but this is definitely for informational purposes, and if you're out here, take some of this information and use it for your own preparations. But at least as far as our low at this time, well, there it is, and it has lost some convection since yesterday, but it's pushing farther off there towards the west, and what we are seeing is more and more rotation in that center of circulation. Now, as far as it is right now, what we're also seeing is, well, that sea surface temperatures, and some of these numbers indicating about 28 to 29 degrees Celsius, so plenty of fuel available in the tropics here for a storm system to develop. And a lot of the supercomputers, I think, are picking up on that, and that's what I mean by supercomputers. I mean by the models that we often look at. But before I get into that, I do want to show you, now this is my personal thoughts, and this is using a few factors into play here with our invest over the next 5 days, extending out through Thursday, basically becoming a tropical depression or a tropical storm likely just towards the east of the Philippines and the Philippine Sea. Speaking from historical context, anytime we see a storm arrive into this location, we sometimes see rapid development. So I'm kind of taking that into account as well with the likely chance of a tropical storm. Furthermore, a few of the models are picking up on a tropical storm. That is definitely the case with winds of 35 knots or 65 kilometers per hour sustained or higher there into the Philippine Sea. Pretty confident on the due westward track as well. And if we take a look at streamline analysis, it really picks up on that. The high pressure ridge off there towards the north. Remember, these highs in with tropicals, it's kind of like water flowing down a hill. It's not going to want to flow uphill into a high. So as long as that stays in play, we're going to be looking at this basically moving off on this due westward track and extending out there towards the west. And this is just looking at one of the models we look at, the ECMWF model. And we can see our low down here towards the southeast. And let's keep an eye on the day. This is extending out through Monday into Tuesday and eventually going through Wednesday. It comes on shore there somewhere into northern Mindanao or southern Visayas. Remember that the northern periphery of this is likely going to have more moisture and it's going to wrap around, and that's what's going to be pushing on shore. So in this particular case, this would not be very good news. It would just be winds coming on shore and heavy rainfall across parts of Samar, Leyte, and definitely the risk of flooding. Now, this is with this particular model, and that's what this one is saying, and you can just see that whole flow. But I do want to show you the other supercomputers so we can kind of gauge up what these other ones are kind of picking up on. And this is the GFS model. Not a pretty much better circumstance here, actually. As per the latest run, this is showing, I mean, winds about 45 to 50 knots. And I think we have a newer run available, possibly. It doesn't go out quite that far yet. 35 to 50 knots. So a tropical storm, pushing severe tropical storm there in Leyte or Samar by Friday about noontime. That's that one. This is the NavGem on Saturday morning, lingering just off the coast, but much weaker. This one expects that trough to kind of shear it apart. And then the CMC model also looking at a pretty strong storm system throughout the weekend. And you can see it there in the bottom right of the screen. I'm sorry I can't zoom this anymore. This is courtesy of Weather Bell. They don't have a zoomed in area on the CMC, just showing you that storm system. So at the very least, what I can say is that 4 models agree a tropical system somewhere around the Philippines by Friday and the Saturday. And going back to my track, this is why I put all these factors together, combined with the streamline analysis, all those supercomputers, and this is kind of what the overall consensus and analysis is showing at this time. So with that said, we're going to continue to watch this throughout the rest of the week. I also want to mention, though, is that no other agencies are really picking up on this just yet. The U.S. military, they don't have anything on it. They expect a medium chance of development in the Gulf of Carpentaria, Coral Sea, a low chance. They're not expecting anything on this just yet. The Japan Meteorological Agency also has a low pressure area southeast of Guam, but not a tropical depression or a tropical depression in their forecast by any means at this time. I wouldn't be surprised if they change it, but that is what they are showing as of here on Sunday afternoon. And as far as us here, well, I do think this is going to be a probable case. So let's continue to monitor this, and throughout the next several days, we'll have a much better understanding. But if you are out here, anywhere from southern Luzon, and even off there towards the north, but especially southern Luzon, Visayas, eastern portions of Visayas, and extending across much of Mindanao, this could be a very big rainmaker by basically the 20th into the 21st, and furthermore, it could be a very big just flooding scenario, and definitely not going to be very welcoming out here. So yeah, with that said, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please post them down there in the comment box below, everybody. I appreciate the feedback. Always appreciate it when you let us know what your thoughts are as well. Furthermore, don't forget to stop by the page here and just go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also check out our Facebook page. We post information on there all the time. Also follow us on Twitter, and don't forget to donate to the website if you feel like helping us add a little bit more features. And as always, hit those likes buttons. Stay safe out there, everybody, and thanks for watching. Bye.